Our next honoree this evening, our final recipients, are Jennifer and Joe Andruzzi of the Joe Andruzzi Foundation. Dr. Lucy and Carter Buckley, founders of the C.J. Buckley Scholarship Foundation, will be presenting this Medal of Honor. Thank you, Joe.
It is a privilege and an honor for my husband and I to be here at this event with all of the St. Edmund's Retreat family. My husband and I met Joe and Jen Andruzzi in 2001 when they befriended our 16-year-old son, who had recently been diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. They lent him support, encouragement, and hope. And they and all of their extended family, their then 2 children, Jen's mother, Pat, who is here tonight, Joe's parents and 3 brothers in Staten Island, enveloped us with their love and their hope and their grace. After CJ passed away, Joe and Jen established a brain cancer research fund in his memory at Children's Hospital. A few years after that, Joe himself battled lymphoma, and they established the Joe Andruzzi Foundation. And then, if you can imagine, 4 years ago, they had a beautiful baby boy, and they named him Christopher Joseph, and they call him CJ. Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege to share with Joe and Jen and all of you the words on this award. The St. Edmund's Medal of Honor, presented to Joseph and Jennifer Andruzzi, Mansfield, Mass., October 16, 2015. For years, Joe and Jen have been models of Christian love and compassion. A cancer survivor, Joe, with the encouragement and support of his wife and partner, Jen, have wholeheartedly responded to that part of the gospel that says, "A new commandment I give you, that you love one another, even as I have loved you. By this all men will know that you are my disciples." John 13:34. Their discipleship is nowhere more evident than in their handling of the C.J. Buckley Brain Cancer Research Fund at Boston Children's Hospital in 2003 and the Joe Andruzzi Foundation in 2008. As a cancer patient, Joe approached his diagnosis and treatment in the same way he always approached a football game, with strength, courage, and a positive attitude, as did his wife, Jen. That attitude has taken them a long way. Not only they funded cancer research, they have provided financial and emotional support to individuals and families who battle cancer, also being actively engaged in supporting those who were involved in the immediate aftermath of the attacks of September 11th, 2001. 3 of Joe's brothers are among those heroes, first responders, who were present at Ground Zero. Thus, not only are Joe and Jen and their family members the embodiment of strong faith in the gospel, the promises of Christ, but they also exemplify the spirit of selflessness, bravery, family, and faith that defines the American character. And in the tradition of St. Edmund of Canterbury, Joseph and Jennifer Andruzzi are ordinary people living extraordinary lives. They are a couple of virtue, truth, and grace. It is therefore the distinct honor and high privilege of the Board of Trustees of St. Edmund's Retreat to bestow upon Joseph and Jennifer Andruzzi the St. Edmund's Medal of Honor for service to the church and the community.
I would have. Down.
So it's routine that I get to speak first before him, because you all want to hear him. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with each of you, because I am sure each of you are doing extraordinary things. I'm humbled and honored to receive this award. It was an honor to meet Father Tom and spend time with him in the Buckley's home a few short months ago. We have different stories and we have different paths at different times in our life. And I think the biggest thing that every day I am blessed with is meeting unique individuals. And they each teach me something different. Last night, we spent the evening with 3 of our children. We have 5, but 3 of our children, our youngest, Thomas, Teresa, and CJ, at the Ringland Brothers Circus in Boston. And it was an evening spent with 4 families that are cancer survivor families, 2 adult patients and 2 children patients with their loved ones. And there's one little girl that just took my heart. She's 6 years old, and she has this beautiful hair that's not so much, but it's beautiful. And she has markings on her skin from all of her treatment. But her parents look at her with the love and encouragement, with their faith. And they believe this girl has been struggling and battling for 4 years, that she's going to do amazing things. And she is, because they have faith. And we all have faith. And when Joe was sick, I had faith. When he would fall asleep at night or sleep full days, I would be very discouraged. But I looked for my faith and I said, please, God, help me. Please help for him to wake up the next day. At least give me the strength to drive home the next morning and look at my kids in the face and say it's going to be okay. But the things that I learned from individuals, Matthew tonight, everybody, we're all ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So I thank you for everybody I've spoken to tonight and shared their story. Tri-State, amazing, but everybody, thank you so much. And like you said earlier, now it's your turn.
Gotta pick this up a little bit. All right, sit back, relax. They told me I got about an hour here, okay? But truthfully, short and sweet. Truly honored to be here. Father Tom, thank you very much for driving up to the Buckley's house and asking us to receive this award. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be here to hear Matthew's story and everything, talking to people throughout the evening and hearing the great stories behind why we're here tonight. It's it's great to be here, great to hear those stories, but I truly believe that your faith, your family, your community are who you are. I would not be the person I am today without those 3 things, and I think they are in all of us in this crowd. I truly believe that God has a plan for all of us. There's a reason why we became very good friends with the Buckley family back in 2001. By that time, I was in my 6th year in the NFL, and I've met and visited multiple hospitals, kids, children, adults, and he chose the Buckley family to grab that connection. Of course, CJ, fought, and, an uphill battle. No matter how sick he was, he got out of bed, and the events that we had for him were called Our Sailing Star because he loved sailing. You put him on a boat, and he didn't have cancer out in that water, and he lived life to the fullest. Unfortunately, the cancer did succumb him, and, we were honored to start the Brain Cancer Research Fund in his honor, and the support that we had for 3 years, the people that showed up and to honor him, to honor that fund, to raise $500,000 in 3 years out of, the first one was actually planned within 2 weeks, believe it or not. And she went to a friend of ours who owned a facility and said, I want to put this together in a couple weeks, so let's get this done. And people came pouring in, and we raised money that year, did it again 2 more times. But what do you know, a year later, I am calling Dr. Buckley, and I'm calling Dr. Mark Kieran, who the research fund funds, for my own help. And turned around and fought a battle of my life during the summer of '07, battling Burkitt's lymphoma. And then, finally getting back on my feet after a long struggle with, the aftermath of cancer, depression, and everything just revolving around that. But knowing that, I had to climb from down low. And, life is like a roller coaster at times. So to get back on my feet and to listen to my wife, and as she booted me out of bed and kicked me off the couch to get moving. And it was a day-to-day struggle, but each day that little bit more, one step closer each week, going out there, whether it's a walk down the block or around the block, then starting back up at the gym. And I was a 10-year NFL vet, won 3 Super Bowls, been to 4. And that stuff was all put aside. I was battling for my life and got back on my feet, and here I am, after 10 years, and I couldn't even bench press 20-pound dumbbells. The aches and pains that, chemo put a toll on my body. But knowing that 20 pounds one day, the next day or the next couple days later, or next week, 30 pounds. The week after that, going up to 40 pounds. So it was a day-to-day struggle, keep moving forward, but knowing that, how we developed the Joe Andruzzi Foundation, Jen developed that by my bedside while in the hospital, and then striving to start it up in May of 2008. And now I've, accomplished 8 years, and we're growing really fast. There's more and more people in need. To know that, I walk into a hospital and now receive hugs from strangers just to say thank you for what we've done to help them out of eviction. The foundation helps with paying mortgage, rent, utilities, the stuff you sometimes forget about while caring for your loved ones, and that's where we step in. And it's truly honored. We're not here tonight just because of that. The award we're receiving tonight, it is an honor, but our awards are the people that we help. The awards, Matthew, the awards are for you. And, we're here tonight for that reason, to know, how we keep moving forward, because every little bit helps. And if I can leave you one thing, is you can't change what you did yesterday. Heck, we can't even change what we just ate, right? It's already ingested. But, we can plan for tomorrow, but live for today. Live for the moment, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Be your best. Congrats to the other recipients tonight. God bless all the work you're doing, and God bless everybody here tonight. Thank you.